Today I am here to carry on the chapter coordination chemistry with the topic isomerism. As earlier in class 11, you studied this term isomerism, isomers, especially in the organic chemistry. Now the same has been continued in this chapter coordination chemistry, coordinate compounds. So let us see isomerism. This is the property shown by the compound having same molecular formula but different in structures, therefore different properties. Those are isomers, the property is isomerism. Quickly we move to this part. Isomerism coordination compound. Now broadly here it is classified in two parts. One is stereoisomerism, another is structural isomerism. Structural isomers are further classified as linkage isomers, ionization isomers, coordination isomers, and hydrate isomerism, or you can say solvent isomerism. So these are the four main classification part of structural isomers or structural isomerism. In addition, the stereoisomerism are classified as geometrical and optical. So we will start with the structural one, structural isomers. Among those, the first is, let us take ionization isomer. One question is always asked in the board examination from this part. Now, what is there? Now, ionization isomers, they are found in certain compounds. Just take this example. Cobalt, NH3, there are 5 molecules. Sulfate, that is in the coordination sphere, and Br is there. Now, the color of this one is red-violet. The ionization isomer of this compound will be this, where sulfate goes in the ionization sphere and Br comes inside the coordination sphere. This compound, when ionizes, gives bromide ion. In the ionization sphere it is there, but its ionization isomer, when this Br comes inside and sulfate goes outside. So sulfate ion will be in the ionization sphere, the ion present will be sulfate. So this is the ionization isomer of this compound. Question is asked to give the evidence. Naturally, this compound will give the positive test for sulfate ion, and this is for the bromide ion. That is the evidence. Another example: chromium NH3 5 Br sulfate. Now, here we have taken cobalt. Now the chromium. It will not change in the ionization isomer. What is there? The coordination sphere contains bromide ion and this sulfate. Just put it here and this over there. You get this one, the ionization isomer. So this will give the test for sulfate ion, but this one will give the test for bromide ion. The second isomer, that is a linkage isomer, they are found when the compound has same molecular formula but differ in the linkage. Let us see this example. This is NO2 and through Fe it is linked to nitrogen. So this is the linkage point. From nitrogen it is linked to Fe, this group. The ionization isomer will be, it is linked to one of the oxygen. That will be the linkage isomer. Okay. Coordination isomerism. Here what happens? Interchange of the ligand takes place. This is example. This is coordination sphere, coordination sphere. Here is zinc, here is copper. What will happen? Interchange of ligand takes place. These ligands come over here and these ligands come over here. So we get with NH3 Cu, with Zn Cl. This is coordination isomerism. The ligands are interchanged in this condition. These are the examples. Another one, the hydrate isomerism or the solvent isomerism. Now, same molecular formula but differing water molecules inside or outside. This example, CrCl3 6H2O. Now, the molecular formula remains the same. So, in the coordination sphere, there may be 6 molecules of water. In another isomer, the water molecule may differ in the coordination sphere and in the ionization sphere. Just take this example. This one. Its color is white. But in this case, one of the water molecule is outside and this is, there are 5 inside this. So it becomes the isomer of this and the color definitely changes. I mean, due to the difference in the hydrate molecule or water molecule. It is also known as hydrate isomerism because water is there. Similar to hydration isomerism differ when with the solvent molecule is directly bonded to the metal atom present as free solvent molecules in the crystal lattice. This is a figure. All the 6 H2O in these examples are within the coordination sphere. Cl3 are outside the sphere. In this case, there are 5 H2O inside the coordination sphere and 1 H2O molecule is out of the sphere. In this case, 2 H2O outside the in the ionization sphere, and thus that these are the different isomers of solvent isomerism. Now move to the stereoisomerism. The first is the geometrical isomerism. They differ in the spatial arrangement of the ligands, have different chemical physical properties, different color, melting point, polarities, properties. Now, one thing is important. Geometrical isomerism that takes place in male compounds having coordination number 4. Now, we have square planar complexes as well as tetrahedral. So, one thing you have to remember, it is shown by square planar complexes. Geometrical isomerism. It is also called a cis-trans isomerism. Cis-trans isomerism. Let us take this example. Central metal atom, say Pt, NH3, Cl2, Cl, Cl. So Pt, NH3 twice, Cl2. The isomer, this is a cross. This is in the same adjacent to, the ligands are adjacent to each other. So this will be the cis one and they are opposite to each other, this one and this one. Therefore, it is called trans. Also, these two are opposite to each other, these two are adjacent to each other, so cis trans isomer. Let us see this in octahedral complex. This is the example. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For octahedral, there should be 6 ligands. So this is the isomer. So what is happening? Same side, cis, and opposite side becomes trans. Okay. It takes place in complexes of the type Ma2B2. M is the central metal atom, like here. A2, one of the type of ligand, any ligand A, secondary, and 2B. Now both are adjacent, so they are cis isomers. And this arrangement, they are cross to each other, opposite to each other, so it becomes the trans isomer. Now this is the example, PT NS3 twice Cl2. So PT, these two NS3 and these two Cl2 transposition, and same side, adjacent side, or the cis isomer. This is also the representation of cis square plane complex PT. Now this is cis isomers, and across, when it comes to this side, it will become just this trans isomer. So in board examination, maybe I will give a certain example. Write the geometrical isomer of this compound. So you have to write like this. This is the octahedral example. Cis positions, these are the transpositions, and then this is the transposition. Cis and the transposition of octahedral. Few more examples of the type Ma4B2, that is octahedral. Ma4, M, these are 4 and 5, 6, so becomes octahedral. Now these are the cis one, and this is the trans one. So like this, we have to draw the structures cis and trans for octahedral and square plane complexes. Let us see a few more examples. This one. This is Frisian, this is Meridional. The 3 one. The same side. And this is adjacent to this one. So this becomes Meridional and this is Frisian. It is given in the NCERT book. Now we move to the optical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism. Now this one, this part here, might have studied in class 11. Plane light pass through the slate and polarimeter. We have the light in this direction. Now, when the same light is passed through a substance which is optically active, then that optically active compound has the capability to rotate the plane polarized light towards right or towards left. When the rotation is towards right, then it is dextro rotation, and the substance is said to be the dextro rotation. And if the compound is capable to move the weight polarized light towards left, that is L form, lever form, then it is lever rotation and the substance is lever rotating. So D and L form, dextro rotation, lever rotation. Optical isomers can rotate the plane polarized towards right or towards left. They have opposite effect on plane polarized light. They are non-superimposable. They form non-superimposable mirror images. All of this known figure. Just see the mirror image of this. Now, isomers that are non-superimposable mirror images are called chiral. In organic chemistry, chiral carbon, a carbon which is attached to 4 different groups. Enantiomers, the substance is chiral, does not have symmetry. Now, let's take this example. Cis part, non-superimposable. Cis means same side, adjacent side, cobalt, the center cobalt, En, ethylene diamine, CH2, CH2, NH2, one molecule, another molecule, CH2, CH2, NH2. They are attached to the cobalt, and these two Cn. Now they are on this side. The mirror image is this. The mirror image is this. So optically. Another, this one, the mirror image. This and the mirror image is just produced in that. Few more examples. Cobalt, N. Now this is di-N. We have said it En in the previous case, and this is di-N. Therefore, this one. NH2 and 2Cl. The mirror image will be like this. And these are the across positions. You can look at the figure. The trans one, the cis one. See. Cis position, trans position. This OX stands for oxalate, oxalate from oxalic acid. So tris oxalate, chromium. Chromium at the center, and these are oxalate. Oxalate is bidentate ligand. So 1, 2, 3. There are 3. So this position and the mirror image of that. D form, L form. So that's all for today. But before that, just take the assignment. What you have to do? Okay, this is the assignment. First, draw optical isomers of this two compounds. Optical isomers. And the second question, give evidence to show that this compound and this compound exist as ionization isomer. I will explain ionization isomer. You can see this goes to this side, that this is the ionization isomer of this compound. Here we give that evidence. And also, in board examination, sometimes may be asked, write the IUPAC name of ionization isomer of this compound. For that, you have to first draw the ionization isomer, this one, and then name this compound. In two ways, it could be asked. Thank you.